1943 Liberty Jefferson Nickel is not just an ordinary 5-cent coin. It is a powerful symbol of American history struck during the darkest days of World War II. Known officially as the Jefferson Nickel, this remarkable piece was minted in 1943 when the United States urgently needed nickel metal for the war effort. To conserve resources, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the coin, creating a special wartime alloy that makes the 1943 issue one of the most fascinating and collectible coins in American history. When you hold this coin, you are holding a piece of wartime sacrifice and national determination. Unlike regular nickels, the 1943 version contains 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. That silver content alone makes it stand apart from standard 5-cent coins. For collectors, this is not pocket change. It is a war nickel, instantly recognizable by the large mint mark placed above Monticello on the reverse. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint bear a large P, Denver coins show a D, and San Francisco coins carry an S. This was the first time Philadelphia ever used a mint mark on a U.S. coin, adding even more historic importance to the piece. The design itself features a powerful profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, a tribute to the third President of the United States and author of the Declaration of Independence. On the reverse stands Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, rendered in sharp architectural detail. The word liberty appears boldly, representing freedom at a time when the world was fighting to preserve it. Every detail on this coin carries emotional and patriotic weight. Now comes the question that excites collectors the most: value. A typical worn 1943 Jefferson war nickel may be worth a few dollars because of its silver content. However, coins in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially those graded at the highest mint state levels, can command much stronger prices. Rare high-grade examples from Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S, mints have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, depending on condition and eye appeal. The true treasures are those with exceptional strike quality and minimal marks. There are also rare varieties that ignite bidding wars. Some 1943 nickels display double dies or striking anomalies that dramatically increase their desirability. When a coin combines a rare mint mark with pristine surfaces and strong luster, its value can rise sharply. While it is exciting to imagine every 1943 nickel being worth millions, the reality is that only extremely rare error coins or superbly preserved specimens reach the highest auction levels. It is important to separate myth from fact. The standard 1943 Jefferson war nickel, even though it contains silver, does not typically sell for millions of dollars. Claims that it can instantly make someone a billionaire overnight are exaggerated. However, that does not mean it lacks significance or value. In top condition, it can absolutely be a prized collector's item and a meaningful financial asset, especially professionally graded and authenticated. Collectors worldwide actively search for the finest known examples. Coins graded by professional services in Mint State 67 or above are considered elite. These coins show full steps on Monticello, sharp detail in Jefferson's hair, and glowing original luster. Such coins can bring impressive sums at auction because advanced collectors compete fiercely for quality. Condition is everything in numismatics, and even the smallest difference in preservation can multiply the price dramatically. If you believe you have a 1943 war nickel, the first step is careful examination. Look above Monticello for the large mint mark. Check the coin's weight and color. War nickels often have a slightly different tone because of their silver content. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can destroy its value instantly. If the coin appears to be in exceptional condition, professional grading is strongly recommended to unlock its true market potential. The emotional value of this coin is just as powerful as its monetary worth. It represents American resilience, sacrifice, and unity during wartime. Millions were struck, but far fewer survive in high grade today. Each surviving piece tells a silent story of history's survival and national strength. That narrative alone gives it timeless appeal far beyond its 5-cent face value. So, does the 1943 Liberty Jefferson Nickel have the power to change your fortune overnight? In most cases, it will not make someone a billionaire, but it can absolutely be a valuable and historic silver coin worth far more than 5 cents. If you are lucky enough to own a rare high-grade or error example, you may indeed hold a small treasure in your hand. The true power of this coin lies not just in silver or dollars, but in its extraordinary place in American history and the passionate world of coin collecting. The 1944 Liberty Jefferson Nickel is not just a simple 5-cent coin. It is a powerful piece of American history born in the middle of World War II. Officially known as the Jefferson Nickel, this remarkable coin carries the calm portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic home, Monticello, on the back. But what makes the 1944 issue truly special is not just its design. It's a dramatic change in its metal composition and the rare variations that can transform an ordinary pocket coin into a collector's treasure worth serious money. During 1944, the United States was deeply involved in World War II, and nickel metal was desperately needed for military equipment. Because of this, the U.S. Mint changed the composition of the 5-cent coin. Instead of the usual copper and nickel blend, the 1944 Jefferson Nickel was struck in a special wartime alloy of 35% silver, 56% copper, and 9% manganese. This makes every genuine 1944 nickel partially silver, a surprising fact many people still don't realize. The large mint mark placed above Monticello on the reverse is the key sign that you are holding one of these wartime silver nickels. The 1944 Jefferson Nickel was produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia P, Denver D, and San Francisco S. All 3 mint marks appear prominently above Monticello, which was unusual for time. While millions were produced, survival in pristine condition is what truly separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. Coins that remain in uncirculated condition, with full steps visible on Monticello, are the ones that command the strongest attention from serious collectors. Now, let's talk about value and separate excitement from reality. A typical circulated 1944 nickel is usually worth modestly more than face value because of its silver content. However, when you move into high-grade uncirculated condition, especially coins graded MS-67 or higher, prices can rise dramatically into thousands of dollars. The rare full steps designation, meaning the steps of Monticello are sharply defined, can multiply value even further. These are the coins that ignite bidding wars at auctions. The 1944 P. Jefferson Nickel in exceptional condition has sold for impressive sums, especially when certified at the highest grading levels. The 1944 S and 1944 D issues also carry strong premiums in superb grades. But it's important to understand that while these coins can be extremely valuable in rare conditions, they are not typically worth millions of dollars. Claims of becoming an overnight billionaire from a regular 1944 nickel are greatly exaggerated. True million-dollar coins are usually one-of-a-kind errors or historically unique pieces. What truly drives high value in a 1944 Jefferson nickel is condition, rarity within grade, and demand among collectors. Luster, strike sharpness, and absence of scratches all matter tremendously. Coins preserved in original rolls or carefully stored for decades stand the best chance of achieving top grades. A coin pulled from circulation today will rarely approach those elite values because where it dramatically reduces market price. Error coins from 1944 can add another layer of excitement. Off-center strikes, double dies, or other minting mistakes can increase desirability, though such errors are uncommon. When authenticated by professional grading services, these varieties can bring significant premiums. However, authentication is essential because the coin market values verified rarity, not rumors or hopeful assumptions. It's also important to understand the emotional value behind this coin. The 1944 silver nickel represents sacrifice and adaptation during wartime America. The silver content symbolizes a nation redirecting resources to support troops overseas. Holding one today connects you to that moment in history, a time when even small coins reflected global events. That historical significance adds depth beyond mere dollars. If you believe you own a high-grade 1944 Jefferson Nickel, the smartest move is to have it professionally evaluated. Reputable coin grading companies can determine authenticity and assign a grade that directly influences market value. Without certification, even a beautiful coin may not achieve its full potential price when sold. In the end, The 1944 Liberty Jefferson Nickel is a fascinating and collectible coin with genuine silver content and the possibility of strong value in exceptional condition. While it is unlikely to make someone a billionaire overnight, a superb example can absolutely be worth thousands and remain a prized asset in any serious collection. The real power of this coin lies not just in dreams of fortune, but in its history, rarity and top condition, and enduring demand among collectors who recognize its true significance. 1938 Liberty Buffalo 5-cent coin, the one that every coin collector dreams about, crafted entirely in original words and style, not copied from Google, Chrome, or any other site. Read this like you're uncovering a secret treasure map hidden in plain sight. From the moment a coin is struck, it carries with it the weight of history. But some coins carry mythic power. Among these legends is the 1938 Liberty Buffalo Nickel, one of the most iconic coins ever minted in the United States. People whisper about it in dimly lit collector clubs, and serious numismatists, that's a fancy word for coin experts, treat it like a holy relic. This isn't just metal. This is a piece of American storytelling, stamped in silver-toned nickel with the face of history itself. You see, the Buffalo Nickel series, officially called the Indian Head Nickel, was introduced in 1913, but by 1938, it was at the end of its life cycle. The U.S. Mint was ready to move on to new designs, but the final years, especially in key mints like Philadelphia, P, and San Francisco S, produce extremely low numbers of well-preserved coins. That means the ones that look perfect today are rarer than you might imagine. Collectors don't just want these coins because they're old, they want them because perfectly preserved ones are almost extinct. Now, imagine holding one in your hand. On the obverse, the head side, is a powerful profile of a Native American chief, not a generic face, but a composite of real leaders. On the reverse is the American buffalo, heavy-shouldered and monumental, standing tall on a mound. It's a design that feels alive, like something carved by a storyteller, not a machine. This is why generations of collectors call it art you can touch. But here's where the legend really gets juicy. Certain 1938 Buffalo nickels in superb condition, especially from the Philadelphia and San Francisco mints, are ultra rare. When a collector says ultra rare, they mean a coin that fewer than a couple thousand exists in that pristine form. Sometimes only a few hundred or less. Crisp details, zero wear, deep mirrored luster. These turn an old nickel into a prize of immense worth. Now, let's talk about worth. Not small change, but the kind of value that makes jaws drop. You may have heard that coins can sell for thousands, but the truly museum-grade 1938 Buffalo nickels sometimes fetch prices that make people gasp. In perfect condition, authenticated and certified by top grading companies, these coins can cross six figures at auctions. And that's not the end of the story. When a coin shows an exceptional strike or a rare die variety, the bids can soar even higher into the realm that makes ordinary investors rethink everything they own. Collectors don't just place bids, they battle for the best specimens. At prestigious auctions, rival bidders will stake their reputations on owning that one impeccable 1938 Buffalo from San Francisco or Philadelphia. People wait years for the chance to bid, spending fortunes just for bragging rights and the pride of possession. These coins don't sit in drawers. They become the centerpiece of private collections valued well into the millions. Think for a moment what that means. A single 5-cent piece, produced during the Great Depression, could hold value that eclipses gold bullion, rare stamps, even vintage sports cards. That's because it isn't merely a nickel. It's a time machine, a handheld testament to an era, and a jewel of American numismatics. For the right specimen, the market doesn't just respect its worth, it covets it. So if someone ever tells you they have one of these legendary 1938 Buffalo nickels in mint state, don't brush it off. Treat it like the treasure it might be. If properly authenticated and graded by professionals, such a coin isn't just currency, it's a stake in history. A single sale could fund a lifetime, change the course of a family's fortune, or turn a humble collector overnight into a benefactor of epic proportions. And here's the final thought to leave you with. In the vast world of coins, most pieces are worth their face value, maybe a few dollars to a few hundred at most. But the true rarities, like the top condition 1938 Liberty Buffalo from the P or S Mint, are artifact of cosmic allure. They're the coins that turn everyday people into believers, treasure hunters into legends, and ordinary collections into crowns of numismatic glory. So next time you hear the phrase buffalo nickel, remember this. It's not just a nickel. It's a story, a legacy, and for the rarest among them, a potential fortune that could reshape destiny overnight. If you want, I can also tell you how to identify the highest value versions of this coin, including visual traits experts look for, all in vivid detail. 1944 Liberty Buffalo 5-cent coin, written in powerful and compelling language, in my own words, not pulled from Google or other websites. If you imagine a coin that could truly make someone wealthy beyond belief, this narrative will take you there, but with realism woven into the storytelling. Imagine holding a small piece of metal heavier than its face value. So heavy, in fact, that it could rewrite your financial destiny. That's the mystique of the 1944 Buffalo Nickel, the Liberty Buffalo 5-cent coin. Though it's physically modest, barely bigger than your thumb, this coin carries centuries of history, art, and human fascination within its copper-nickel surface. For collectors and numismatist coin lovers, certain examples of this coin are more than currency. They are legendary treasures. The standard 1944 Buffalo Nickel was struck during a world at war, and unlike silver coins of the era, it was made from copper and nickel. This means, on the face of it, it has no intrinsic metal value like silver or gold. But coins are not just metal, they are time capsules. They whisper stories of the era they come from, of hands they passed through, and of the years they survived. For this 1944 issue, scarcity in certain forms translates into extraordinary value. Now, let's enter the real magic. Most 1944 Buffalo nickels are common, minted in huge numbers and widely circulated. But nature and chance sometimes produce anomalies. These are coins that contain errors, double strikes, off-center shapes, weak or missing dates, misaligned dies, and rare mint marks. These errors are the rare jewels numismatists hunt for, and some 1944 Buffalo nickel errors are highly coveted and exceptionally valuable. Among the desired examples are versions from the Denver D and San Francisco S, mints that display extreme rarity, especially well-preserved high-grade error or proof coins. In the world of coin collecting, coins graded by professional services like PGS or NGC with gem mint state, MS grades, MS65, MS66, and above can attract serious bidding wars. But every collector knows a truly exceptional, unique error coin, even from a common year like 1944, can rise far above typical market levels. Picture a flawless 1944, the Buffalo nickel graded MS68. With razor-sharp detail, original luster, and no trace of wear. In serious auction circles, such pieces can command tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes six figures. If an error brings extreme scarcity, say a double die, a dramatic off-center strike exceeding 50%, or a rare repunch mint mark, the value can escalate even further. These are coins that stop serious collectors in their tracks. Now envision a coin that is not just scarce, but truly singular. Perhaps an unrecorded die variety or a one-off spectacular error. For coins like that, the collecting world becomes a gladiator arena. Bids shoot skyward. Stories circulate in numismatic forums. And suddenly, what was once pocket change whispers promises of life-changing wealth. In some rare historical cases, iconic coins have fetched prices in the seven-figure range at major auctions. Still, it's important to be grounded. A regular 1944 Buffalo nickel, even uncirculated, does not make someone a billionaire overnight. The coins that reach legendary status are the relics of randomness, the unexpected mistakes of minting, or the virtually flawless survivors of 8 decades. These are the exceptions that fuel the fantasies and dreams of collectors and investors alike. If you truly believe you hold such a coin, do not simply trade it away at face value, or even for a modest collector price. Have it professionally evaluated and graded. A reputable numismatic expert can reveal subtleties invisible to the untrained eye and possibly uncover that what you thought was ordinary is actually a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. History is filled with unassuming coins unearthed in junk drawers that later turned out to be priceless artifacts. Some coins, once authenticated and authenticated again, enter the rarefied air museum exhibits and multi-million-dollar auctions. That's the power of numismatics, the art and science of coins, where market desire, historical importance, and sheer rarity collide in explosive financial value. So if you really possess a 1944 Buffalo nickel in an extraordinary state, particularly from the rarer mint marks or with unexplainable anomalies, do not underestimate its worth. In the right hands and at the right auction, a coin can transcend its humble origins and become a financial legend. Whether it literally turns you into a billionaire is a story for another day, but there's no doubt that in the right circumstance, this coin can change your life. If you want, Sparkles explain specific rare error types to look for. Sparkles describe how professional grading works. Sparkles or walk you step by step on how to sell such a coin for top value. Just let me know. 1928p silver dollar begins like a quiet legend, one that hides extraordinary value beneath a calm and elegant design. At first glance, it may seem like just another old coin, but collectors around the world know that this particular year holds a special place in history. It is not just silver. It is a symbol of rarity, survival, and hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. Minted by the historic United States Mint, the 1928 piece dollar represents one of the lowest mintage years in the entire piece dollar series. That alone makes it incredibly desirable. While millions of coins were struck in other years, 1928 stands apart because far fewer were produced, making every surviving coin today far more precious than most people realize. What truly makes this coin captivating is its origin. The piece dollar series was introduced to celebrate the end of World War I and symbolize hope and peace. Designed by Anthony de Francisci, the coin features Lady Liberty with a radiant crown on one side and a peaceful eagle resting on the other. This artistic beauty, combined with historical significance, creates a powerful emotional connection for collectors. Now, here is where things become exciting. The 1928 piece dollar minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, is considered the key date of the series. Because of its extremely low production numbers, even a moderately preserved coin can fetch a surprisingly high price. And if the coin is in exceptional uncirculated condition, its value can rise dramatically, making it one of the most sought-after treasures in American coinage. There is also the 1928 S version, struck in San Francisco, which carries its own appeal. While not as rare as the Philadelphia issue, it is still highly collectible and can command strong prices depending on its condition. Many collectors spend years searching for well-preserved examples of both variations, hoping to complete their collections. However, it is important to understand the truth behind the million-dollar dream. Not every 1928 piece dollar will make you instantly rich. Only coins in near-perfect condition, with strong details, original luster, and no damage, have the potential to reach extremely high values. Condition is everything in the world of rare coins, and even small differences can mean huge changes in price. That said, the highest grade examples of this coin have indeed reached astonishing prices at auctions. When a coin is graded at the very top of the scale, and preserved almost perfectly for nearly a century, collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts to own such a rarity. These are the coins that turn heads and spark global bidding wars. Another factor that increases value is originality. Coins that have not been cleaned or altered are far more desirable. Natural toning, untouched surfaces, and authentic aging all add to the coin story, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for that untouched beauty. A coin that has been tampered with, even slightly, can lose a significant portion of its value. Silver content also plays a role, though it is not the main driver value here. Like all piece dollars, the 1928 coin is made of 90% silver. While the metal itself has worth, the real treasure lies in rarity and condition rather than just silver weight. This is what separates a common coin from a collector's dream. Many people unknowingly own old coins passed down through generations, tucked away in drawers or boxes. The thought that one of these could be a rare 1928 piece dollar is what fuels excitement among collectors. It is like holding a piece of hidden history that could potentially change your financial future. Still, patience and knowledge are key. If you believe you have such a coin, it is crucial not to rush into selling it. Proper evaluation by a professional grading service can reveal its true worth. Without this step, many people unknowingly sell valuable coins for far less than they deserve. The market for rare coins is driven by passion as much as by money. Collectors are not just buying metal. They are buying stories, history, and rarity. The 1928 piece dollar stands as a perfect example of how something small and seemingly ordinary can carry immense importance and value. In the end, the real magic of this coin lies in its mystery. It reminds us that treasure does not always shine brightly at first glance. Sometimes, it waits quietly, hidden in plain sight, until someone recognizes its true worth. So if you ever come across a 1928 piece silver dollar, take a closer look. What you hold in your hand might not just be a coin. It could be a rare piece of history with the power to transform your fortune, if you understand its true value and treat it with the respect it deserves. The legendary 1922 piece dollar stands as one of the most iconic and mesmerizing coins ever struck in the United States, carry with a sense of history, mystery, and the promise of hidden fortune. When people first hold this shining piece of silver, they often feel as though they are touching a forgotten era, an era shaped by triumph, recovery, and hope after one of the darkest chapters in human history. The word peace engraved upon it is not just a label. It is a symbol of victory and a new beginning. Born in the aftermath of World War I, the 1922 piece dollar represents a nation stepping forward with renewed strength and optimism. The design itself captures that spirit perfectly, with Lady Liberty's radiant crown symbolizing light spreading across the world. Every detail on this coin feels deliberate, powerful, and deeply meaningful, making it much more than just currency. It becomes a storyteller frozen in silver. The 1922 issue was minted in massive numbers compared to some rarer years, but that does not mean every coin is ordinary. Hidden among millions are rare gems that collectors dream about, coins with flawless surfaces, perfect strikes, and historical purity. These are the coins that can transform from simple pocket change into treasures worth astonishing sums, depending on their condition and uniqueness. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, often marked with no mint mark, are widely found, but even among them, certain high-grade specimens can command impressive prices. Meanwhile, coins struck at the San Francisco Mint, bearing the S Mint mark, can carry additional allure due to variations in strike quality and scarcity in top condition. Each mint tells its own story, and collectors often chase these subtle differences with passion. What truly separates an ordinary 1922 piece dollar from a life-changing treasure is its condition, also known as its grade. A coin that has survived untouched, with sharp details and glowing luster, can skyrocket in value. These pristine examples are rare survivors of time, untouched by the wearer's circulation, and they hold an almost magical appeal to collectors worldwide. In the world of coin collecting, even the smallest imperfection can dramatically affect value. Scratches, dullness, or signs of wear can reduce a coin's worth significantly, while a nearly perfect specimen can multiply in value many times over. This is why collectors examine these coins with extreme care, often using magnification to uncover every tiny detail hidden within the metal. There are also fascinating varieties within the 1922 piece dollar series that can elevate its value even further. Some coins feature subtle differences in design or striking quality, making them stand out from the rest. These variations are like hidden secrets, waiting to be discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who understands their significance. Despite the excitement and bold claims often heard, it is important to understand that not every 1922 piece dollar is worth millions. Most circulated examples trade for modest amounts based on their silver content and historical appeal. However, the dream remains alive because a truly exceptional piece, one in extraordinary condition, can reach prices that feel almost unbelievable. The true magic of this coin lies not just in its potential value, but in the journey it represents. From the moment it was struck nearly a century ago to the present day, it has passed through countless hands, witnessed changing times, and survived economic shifts. Each coin carries a silent history that adds depth to its physical beauty. Collectors often describe the thrill of finding a rare piece dollar as a life-changing moment. It is the kind of discovery that sparks excitement, curiosity, and a deep appreciation for history. The idea that a small silver coin can hold such power is what makes coin collecting so captivating and addictive. However, anyone who owns a 1922 piece dollar should approach its value with both excitement and caution. While the dream of overnight wealth is alluring, the true worth of a coin must be verified through careful examination and, ideally, professional grading. This ensures that its value is understood accurately and not based on exaggerated claims. If you believe you possess a high-quality or unusual example, it is wise to protect it carefully. Proper storage, minimal handling, and expert evaluation can preserve its condition and potentially enhance its future value. Treating the coin with respect ensures that its beauty and significance remain intact for years to come. The fascination with the 1922 piece dollar continues to grow as new collectors enter the world of numismatics. Its combination of beauty, history, and potential value makes a centerpiece in many collections. Whether modest or extraordinary, every coin contributes to the larger story of this remarkable series. In the end, the 1922 piece dollar is more than just a piece of silver. It is a symbol of hope, resilience, and possibility. While not every coin will make you a billionaire overnight, the right one, in the right condition, can indeed change your financial future. And perhaps more importantly, it can connect you to a powerful moment in history, making you the keeper of a timeless treasure. The legendary 1923 piece dollar is more than just a piece of metal. It is a symbol of hope, victory, and a turning point in global history. Born in the aftermath of World War I, this coin carries the emotional weight of a world seeking peace. Its radiant design, featuring Lady Liberty crowned with rays of light, reflects not just artistry, but a powerful message that still resonates with collectors today. What makes the 1923 piece dollar so fascinating is the mystery surrounding its true value. While millions were minted, only a small fraction exists today in pristine, untouched condition. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the San Francisco Mint, marked S, hold different levels of rarity, and those subtle differences can transform an ordinary-looking coin into a treasure worth far more than its face value. Imagine holding a coin that has survived a century, passed through countless hands, hidden in drawers, forgotten in old collections, only to resurface as a potential life-changing discovery. The 1923 piece dollar isn't just currency, it's a time capsule. Every scratch, every shine, tells a story of survival, making each coin unique in its own right. The real magic begins when condition enters the picture. A heavily circulated 1923 piece dollar might be worth a modest sum, but an uncirculated example, especially one with brilliant luster and no visible wear, can command astonishing prices. Collectors are willing to pay thousands for coins graded at the highest levels, where perfection meets history. Now comes the thrilling part: rare variations and exceptional grades. Some 1923 coins, particularly those with sharp strikes and flawless surfaces, have reached jaw-dropping values at auctions. While not every coin will make you a millionaire overnight, certain top-tier examples have crossed into the realm where dreams begin to feel real. The San Francisco S Mint coins often spark excitement among collectors. Due to variations in production quality, some of these coins are harder to find in high grades. This scarcity fuels demand, and demand drives value, sometimes far beyond what most people would ever expect from a $1 coin. But here's where caution meets opportunity. Many exaggerated claims circulate about these coins being worth millions instantly. The truth is more nuanced. While the 1923 piece dollar can be highly valuable, only the rarest and finest specimens reach extraordinary prices. Knowledge is your greatest weapon in separating myth from reality. Still, the possibility alone is enough to ignite curiosity. What if that old coin sitting in your drawer is one of the rare ones? What if its condition, mint mark, or unique characteristics place it among the elite? These questions keep collectors searching, examining, and dreaming. Authentication is crucial in this journey. A genuine 1923 piece dollar should have precise weight, design details, and silver content. Professional grading services can unlock the true potential of your coin, giving it credibility and often significantly increasing its market value. The artistry of the coin cannot be overlooked. Designed by Anthony de Francisci, the piece dollar stands as one of the most beautiful coins ever produced in the United States. The reverse, showing a majestic eagle at rest clutching an olive branch, reinforces a theme of peace and strength combined. Collectors across the world compete to own the finest examples of this historic coin. Auctions become battlegrounds where rare pieces are fought over with intense passion. Each sale adds another chapter to the coin's evolving legacy, pushing its reputation, and sometimes its value, even higher. If you're lucky enough to own one, patience is key. Selling too quickly or without proper knowledge can mean losing out on significant value. The right timing, the right buyer, and the right condition assessment can make a dramatic difference in what your coin ultimately brings. It's important to understand that becoming a billionaire overnight from a single 1923-piece dollar is extremely unlikely. However, finding a high-grade or rare variation can absolutely change your financial situation in a meaningful way. The excitement lies in the possibility, the thrill of discovery. In the end, the 1923-piece dollar is not just about money. It's about history, artistry, and the enduring allure of hidden treasure. Whether with a modest amount or a small fortune, this coin carries a legacy that continues to captivate collectors and dreamers alike, proving that sometimes the smallest can hold the greatest power.